Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more infectious madness. This is the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. We are role-playing through this game as Dr. Leslie, the replacement for Dr. Dekker after he met his untimely end. And Dr. Dekker has, or I should say Dr. Leslie has been in the office for 2 days now. And we have begun to get deep into the meat of the story. So let's continue and see if we can bring all of our patients to a state of amber. We saw Nathan last time, and we went kind of top to bottom. Nathan is amber. Let's go for our clients here who are still in red. If you hover over, you can see yellow. You have found the key points. Red, we need to keep questioning. So let's start with Claire. If you remember that Claire is, well, she's got anger management problems. Dr. Leslie leans back in her chair, trying to think of how she can break Claire open, get her to reveal, get her to tell us more. She's revealed that she has stabbed her husband, that she, and here, I think this exclamation point, I still haven't quite figured out what that means. Like if that's just where we are with the client, if that has something to do with, it's just sort of there. Do you understand? It doesn't seem to pertain to any one thing. We can get some tips here. Nothing here for Claire, but we'll just continue to ask her questions. We should be able to get to Amber pretty soon. Let's start with problems. And we ask her to tell us again about some of those problems that she's experiencing. Dr. Leslie leans forward and says, "Please, Claire, I'd like to get a lot of work done with you today. So why don't we talk a bit about your problems?"
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
We talked about divorce, but we didn't ask about so much. So maybe we can get more from that.
I don't have an answer to that.
Or avoided.
Our altercation. The downfall since.
Yeah, basically what she's already let us know about. There's still more. The green here indicates there's still more we could ask her about that. Let's talk about the downfall.
This is exhausting, Doctor. I'm not used to spitting everything out in one session.
Yeah, she's not giving us any more there on that one. But Dr. Leslie says, "I beg to disagree. Claire, this is your 3rd session, and I must say that you have been quite reticent. You've shared so much, but so very little. Let's talk about the stabbing."
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Now remember here that we are supposed to be helping heal these clients, or at least give them some solutions to their pain. So we're not only attempting just to find out about the murder mystery, we're trying to find out more about the person who committed the murder. One of these patients may be a murderer, and we need to know which one of those patients would do it. And if you have any suggestions for that, if you have an idea as to who you think murdered Dr. Dekker, then please share with us in the comment below. So we've already talked about Iris and the affair. Nothing else to say there. Stabbed. Let's try clarity. Nope. Temporary insanity or temporary clarity? I think we already asked about insanity. Madness. Let's try insanity.
Who's to say who is sane or insane? We all see the world differently, don't we?
Let's ask about differently. That might be all we can get from that.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yes, it is. So, moving on. Let's try police. No, let's try lake house. That's where David, her husband, is currently living.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Parents.
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer
Oops.
that. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, that's because there's no such word like that. Dr. Leslie mentions your parents. Could you share a bit more about them?
I'm an only child and my parents are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
She's talked a lot about having a lot of money.
I don't have an answer to that.
But she's not giving up the goods. Okay, we are continuing to work through. Let's try David and see if we can find out more information about him. Her husband. Dr. Leslie leans down. She rubs a finger along her temple. She looks up. She recognizes that Claire is the type of woman who prefers things straightforward. No mess, no fuss. The trick is to get the anger to open. Again, she draws that picture of an egg. How can we get Claire to break, to open, to reveal?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
So we've already asked about husband. David is my husband. There's more to ask about that. I think we've already asked that, yeah. Just on a whim. Let's see. No. It says that there's more here to explore with David. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to figure out what that is. Let's continue going. We might need to use a hint. She's caring for David.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Ah, there we go. She can't hire anyone. She has plenty of money, so why couldn't she hire anyone?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
Oh, I'd love to see him. Or to have you bring him here into the office. So, she has money, but she can't hire. We'll see for ourselves. See for yourself.
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
There's something I'd need to get more from her about what she's hiding with David. Let's talk a little bit about Dr. Dekker. We have talked about it, but let's
The most
replay it.
shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
Let's try wrong about him.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
So you might think, well, Jessa, you know, if you thought this in the beginning, in the first episode when I showed you that I have the subtitle hints always on, and you thought, well, Jessa, doesn't that just ruin the game? Doesn't that just make it so that it's so easy? You can just see the questions you're supposed to ask? Well, as you can see, even with subtitle hints on, getting each character to green is not an easy matter. We can't even get them to amber yet. So No, I beg to differ. Does not make it too difficult. We still can't get Claire to amber. Let's keep trying. Dr. Leslie feels a headache beginning to pulse. And definitely considers Claire to be one of her more difficult patients.
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Madness. I think we've already asked about that, though. Yep, we have. Free you from this madness. Let's try free.
I don't know. Sorry.
I was wondering, if there is a way to ask Claire how she would see herself freed, or what the solution might be. What would cure her? Let's try cure.
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
She's got nothing on that. And our time is coming to an end with Claire, so I think it's time to ask for a hint. We've already asked her why she's here, but we won't ask her again. Why is she here? Yep. Why? Let's see. Why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Well, I don't think we would have gotten there without a hint, because I thought I'd pretty much already asked her that. Okay, so now we can start working on some cures.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
All right, delusional. Delusional.
Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
Question mark, question mark. Dr. Leslie writes on her pad. And obsessive. Let's try obsessive. Obsessive tendencies? She did already mention that she's obsessed with her husband. Yep. Okay, so that's all we're going to get with that.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
So a history of violence, Claire. That means that you have done this before, more than once. You've stabbed others. You've had violent outbursts before.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
He provoked you. We've already talked about the affair, yes. And she stabbed him. Okay, so we've already talked about that. But outburst?
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
And we finally reach Amber on Claire. And that brings her session for today to a close. Claire, on that rather dramatic note, I believe we need to end our session. But I will see you tomorrow, hopefully without a steak knife in hand. Claire does not smile. She gets up and she walks out of the room. Now let's see if we can get somewhere with Ellen. So I think we're going to need a hint for Ellen as well, too, because we've asked her so many things. Although over here, I think, yes. Ellen asked Dr. Leslie where we go when we die. Heaven? Valhalla? I can think of a half a dozen more. So let's replay. What's coming?
That is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Okay. Unknown? Let's try that.
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
Her I don't know answers are very cute. One of them asks to ask her about animals. So why don't we just do that?
I love animals, especially cats. I think everyone is either a cat person or a dog person. What are you, Doctor?
There's a question for the doctor. I am a dog person. Well, Ellen, I must say I am a dog person. I have 3 lovely dogs at home. Wonderful breeds of dogs. But I really want to keep this on you, if I might.
Dr. Dekker was a dog person. Maybe it's a therapist thing.
Dekker. Dog. Nothing else on that one. Okay, Dr. Dekker was a dog person. We'll take note of that. I don't know how that has to do with his murder, but it might. And let's see if we can get anything else out about Ellen.
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that New Age stuff, and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Let's try New Age stuff, because she does like herbalism, which could be considered New Age.
New Age, like auras and healing energy, crystals and all that. It's not really my thing.
So, okay, that gives us everything we need on Ellen, but even though she likes auras and crystals and all of that, she's still, she doesn't like those things. She still likes herbs, which one could definitely call New Age. Let's try frightening.
No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
We've already tried heaven, which she said she doesn't believe in. Let's try believe.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else.
Or she doesn't believe in God. Let's try God. No, we've already talked about that. Okay, I think it's time for a hint with Ellen. I should say hello. Dr. Leslie smiles at Ellen. Ellen, I feel like we've dived into the deep end of the pool, as it were, without really getting to know you at the basic level. Just introduce yourself to me as if you've just walked into the office. I'll start. Hello, Ellen.
Hello, Doctor. It's nice to meet you.
Who are you?
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
We asked her about nurse. Are you dating now, Elin?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
All right. That gives us who are you? That opens up things.
I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
So we've already asked her about that, but I do believe we asked her about nurse already. Yes, we did. Okay. Well, by asking her who she was, that opened up a note for us. It says here, Jaya, our receptionist, secretary, has left a note in Dr. Leslie's pad. Dr. Leslie puts on her reading glasses and pulls the pad closer to her face. Ah, Ellen, there's a note here for you from Jaya. It says to say hello and to let her know that Terry called for her. Terry? Who is Terry, Ellen? Or Elin?
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
She doesn't like you?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Let's try Terry. Like. No. Nothing else to ask there. I'm not sure. Does this bring us to... Ah, yes, we are at yellow with Ellen. Okay. I'd like to see if I can get some information out about Dr. Dekker.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
I think, yes, we've already asked about Dr. Dekker was different. Let's ask about doctors.
I don't know, sorry.
She has nothing on that to say. And there's a moment of silence while Dr. Leslie looks out the window. A crow flies by. Her pen taps on her pad, and the clock ticks. Dr. Leslie offers Elin some tea, which she declines. And she simply waits. After a moment, Dr. Leslie asks her to talk again about frightening.
No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
This is the one. It occurs to Dr. Leslie to try a bit of deception. On a whim, she says, we go to Valhalla.
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
Well, we could go to Valhalla or to heaven or to another world.
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
And unfortunately, the clock ticks. Our time is up. We got to orange with Ellen, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to green because it's very difficult to be able to kind of figure out what they want you to ask. But it's all right. Dr. Leslie's day is almost over, and Mariana enters the room. Okay, and there's that exclamation point again. So, to the developers, if you're watching, could you leave me a comment below and tell me if this exclamation point belongs to Mariana or if it's, because it's just sort of sitting here. Not sure. Anyway, so Mariana is having difficulty with public nudity. Let yourself go. Let's try this one.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
We could ask her about the Pearl. Tell me about the Pearl. How often do you spend time there, Mariana?
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Blacklighting has been known to cause seizures in some people.
I have no idea about that.
All right. Well, that was a complete guess. Okay, that brings out the Pearl. Let yourself go. I'll listen to that one more time.
I dance a lot at nightclubs, I know.
Let's just ask her about nightclubs in general. Nope, not getting anything else with that. And let's move on to injuries.
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
Let's try just on a whim, seaweed.
No, I don't know about that.
Hey, Aislinn, if you're watching this, do you practice being that cute in the mirror? How do you work that out? Because that's just amazing. That's a talent, hun. Right there. Anyway, let's ask for a hint so we don't have to sit here asking for all these questions because we have a bunch of green ones here. But at this point, it's a matter of just trying to determine what more needs to be asked. And once again, we missed the most basic thing. Okay, point taken. We should say hello first. I think that's what the game wants us to do.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, Mariana, I'm fine. I am feeling fine. How are you?
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
And we finally, after asking the most obvious question in the world, hit orange on everyone. So, at this point, we can continue. I think this will take us to Act 2. But before we do that, I think I want to spend this episode trying to get as far as we can with a few other questions. Let's see how we can do. And then in the next episode, we'll continue on. She said nothing on seaweed, public nudity. Let's read that. Let's hear that again.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
We've asked about police. We've asked about suspicious. I think we asked about police. Let's ask. Yes, and suspicious. Nobody's pressed charges yet. I can feel it. You can feel it. I don't think this is going to get us anywhere, but let's try.
You're not listening.
Okay, noted. Dr. Leslie is determined and knows that it can take weeks or months to get a client to really open and reveal where and what she needs. So she is undaunted. But there's still more to ask.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
All the sights.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's going to kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Dr. Leslie lies. She outright lies. No, I have not been addicted.
That's a shame. You need to have a passion for something, Doctor.
Now, do you know what Dr. Leslie might have been addicted to? Give me a guess in the comments. All right, that gives us a few more there. And let's just ask about general addiction herself.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's got nothing to share on that. Injuries, let yourself go, prognosis.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Dr. Leslie, to be honest, if asked that question point blank, would say prayer. However, that's not a therapeutic answer, and so she declines to ask such a thing. But let's take a look at the notes. You could try recording your visits, perhaps taking someone with you every time that you go to the beach. You've said you won't stop going.
I film myself doing lots of things, but it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
All right, point noted. Well, I did mention that you could take someone with you, but I understand. And you won't consider stop going to, let's just try stop beach.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things.
Yeah, how about not going or not going to beach? Nope. Or let's try stop going.
Nope. Don't know.
Not getting anywhere in there. Should stop going. Let's try should stop going. Should stop going.
I don't have an answer for that.
No go on that one. We've already asked her if she remembers anything during the blackouts, and she says no, I'm blacked out, which is very reasonable. And she says she doesn't sustain any injuries. So it looks as if Mariana's time is coming to an end. However, let's see if there's anything else. There we go.
I want to...
Nope, we've already seen that one. Sorry about that.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
There's a few more things we can try in there. I don't know if I've tried yet washed up. Dr. Leslie is undaunted and continues to pepper her client with questions.
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
That's good. That's the first one we've seen.
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
Swimming.
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long, really.
There we go. Hold your breath. We're getting somewhere.
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do. Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know why.
So she gets excited.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Let's try hold breath for a few seconds. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it. Yeah. Okay, so we got the breathing out. That's important. So perhaps she's getting very excited with something. Does she hold her breath while dancing? Let's try breath. I doubt it. but we'll try. Breath and dancing.
I have
Yeah,
no
idea about that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we got pretty far. We are not, as you can see, nowhere near green on anyone. I want to let you, let me know if you are able to get to green. Let me know. Definitely in the comments below. Please don't spoil it, though, for others. Don't let us know exactly what you did to get to green, but just let us know if you did. Come down and toot your horn in the comments below. Okay, that is Dr. Leslie's third day in the office. And she feels she has been successful in getting to the key points with each client. We'll say goodbye to Mariana for the day. Mariana gives a coquettish smile, as she is so good at, and walks out the door. And that takes us to the end of day 3 and 100% progress on Act 1. Yay! We used 3 hints, not too bad. Our overall progress in the game is 15%. We found only 129 responses out of 199 available. We need to stay interested and keep their attention. They're talking. Good job. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm so glad you joined me for it. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. Whoops, excuse me. Let's try that again without the accidental hiccup. And join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here for more of the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker and more of Dr. Leslie and her infinite wisdom. Dr. Leslie's infinite wisdom is prayer. She's got a simple mind, that one. But anyway, yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching.